Cuban. Okay, hold on. Scott, tell me about this guy, Mark Cuban. You remember when he didn't know about basketball?
Yeah, well, Mark was a fraternity brother of mine at the University of Pittsburgh.
Right. What years we're talking?
We're talking, I joined that fraternity, let's see, winter term 1978. So 78, 79.
And he was there simultaneously?
Yeah, Mark was there for 2 years, then transferred to Indiana and Bloomington because, Bobby Knight was a basketball coach.
Yeah.
He was a rabid basketball fan.
Really?
Indiana, a tad better than Pitt at the time.
Okay, probably,
basketball.
right.
A big tad better.
Right. And you and Scott have somewhat stayed in touch over the 4 decades, more or less?
Yeah, a little bit. Obviously, he's done a little, more. He's been more successful in the financial pursuit on some of his businesses, and certainly a fan favorite on Shark Tank on a regular basis.
Right, and supposedly a great guy.
Great guy, very philanthropic, funny, ambitious, industrious, really good guy.
Tell me some great quality stories from back then about his acumen and how hard he worked, because I know you once told me how hard he worked at the beginning.
Yeah, well, I think he's somebody that, what people don't realize is before he built Broadcast.com and sold it to Yahoo, he had actually built another business prior to that and sold it. And Mark was one of these guys who probably, unlike the rest of us, actually read the manuals on new equipment you were hooking up, whether it was your VCR machine back in the day or a printer to your computer. But he would know a lot of the details of that from start to finish.
So what was his first business that he was doing prior to the creation of the early media sports flow that led to his becoming so successful?
Yeah, his first business was in the computer technology industry, and it was a company he built and sold to Prodigy. I don't really know a lot of the details around that company.
Right, okay. But then he developed his sports streaming thing, from what I know.
Yeah, if you look at when he bought the Dallas Mavericks, that was really a losing franchise in terms of not only their record, but their attendance and their economics. And, it demonstrates that if a guy can build a successful business like he did with Broadcast.com, selling that to Yahoo, a lot of those fundamentals he transferred to other businesses. So I think that's the way he evaluates businesses and opportunities on the TV show Shark Tank. He looks at it. It's that fundamental analysis to say, okay, what are the basics on this? You always go back to the basics. And how do you monetize that and make that successful and scale it and give it longevity? And I think he's quite good at doing that and has proven that time and time again. Right.
And obviously God's been good to him to give this guy from Europe named Luka Doncic.
Everyone thought with Dirk retiring soon, this is probably his last year. Once again, Mark comes up big, on the well.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you, Scott.
All right,
thank you, Mark.